I'm Sarath Rajapaksa from Capital Trust. During the first 3 days of the week, the market was weak due to various reasons. One perhaps was the profit taking on popular stocks, which had gone up quite a bit, and there was heavy profit taking, and there was shifting of positions. Mainly, people were coming out of blue chips quite actively to move into volatile small value stocks, or not so small value but little public float stocks. And the result was that the indices came down quite a bit. If you look at the charts, the daily charts of the market, we see that in the all share index as well as the Lanka price index, there is a head and shoulder formation, and the market has come through the neckline of the head and shoulder formation, which is a fairly bearish signal, and that is why the market is moving down despite the widely held view that in October the market will move up. Indeed, the market went down and sideways, and we will see this gloominess prevailing throughout this week, except perhaps for a few shares, such as those expecting an annual general meeting in Blue Diamonds. There is some movement in e-channeling and the Blue X and Blue shares. Apart from that, there was hardly any movement today. Now, if you look at the shares that appreciated today, there was a big movement in Alliance Finance, and then of course followed by e-channeling and Haley's Exports. But the movement in Alliance was only on a turnover, very low turnover, just 300 shares being traded, so that's not to be taken into any recognition. Whereas e-channeling went up on a huge turnover of 309 million, which is very significant. Popular stocks like Regni's, Asian Alliance, which appreciated quite a bit. There was heavy profit taking during the early part of this week, and moreover, the sluggishness, especially yesterday and today, was mainly because of a requirement by the stock exchange for the brokers to submit returns on margin utilization or margin exposure as at 5th October, that's today. And we saw many brokers aggressively doing forced selling to comply with the net liquid capital requirement, and that brought a lot of gloom to the market. And today there was this announcement by Galadari that they have arrived at a figure for converting their debt outstanding to various government institutions from which it borrowed money during the setting up of the Galadari Hotel, by converting these debt outstanding into shares at a rate of 15 rupees and a few cents. And so that is a very favorable thing for the government to get shares at a very favorable price in return for the debt. And for Galadari, it's good because the debt servicing burden goes off with that, because debt holders become equity holders. So that's good news for them. Apart from that, this week we will see uh, very little movement, but we have a feeling that towards the end of the week, that's tomorrow and day after, there may be new popular stocks being discovered, what we call as ponies. New ponies will be discovered, and there will be a movement. Of course, the AGM of Blue is on Friday, and during the run up to that, there will be quite a lot of movement in those shares as well. By next Monday, the coming Monday, that will be after the mini elections, there we expect a considerable movement in the market depending on the outcome, which is more or less a foregone conclusion. Everybody is looking at Colombo to see whether there will be a welcome change in the Colombo local administration.